Hello everyone. Today we will be presenting on Slack Enterprise Key Management system used to secure organizational data through encryption and how organizations control encryption in collaboration. Let us start by understanding the platform. Slack is a cloud based collaboration tool used by the team across the world. It allows users to send message, share files, integrate tools, and manage workflow. Also, Slack is used globally by companies of all the sizes, from startups to large enterprises. Because of this wide usage, the amount of data is generated very high. Protecting this data becomes extremely important. But the key point is here Slack is just not for casual chatting. It is used for critical business communication. For example, developers share source code, HR team discuss employee data, finance team share report, executives discuss confidential strategies. So the data inside the Slack is very sensitive. Now, since Slack is a sales platform, all this data is stored on the Slack server in the cloud. This is a creates a major concern. Who control access to this data? In this traditional system, the provider control encryption key. So they technically have access to data. But the Slack introduced the interface key management where the customer control the key. This means Slack cannot read your data even if server are compressed. The data remains safe. Organizations have full ownership. Now, let us understand why this is important. Slack is used to share sensitive information daily. Employees may share password, client data, financial report, internal strategy. If exposed, it lead to financial loss, legal issue, reputation damage, and also company must follow the laws like GDPR, HIPAA, SOC2. This requires law in data protection, controlled access, audit logs. Enterprise key management helps achieve this. Also, many data breaches happen due to the poor encryption. For example, leaked employee data can lead to identify theft. Another important point is trust. If users do not trust a platform, they stop using it. So encryption is not just for security, it builds trust. Even if Slack is hacked, hackers cannot read encrypted data without keys. So the real power lies in the key ownership. Let us give simple example. If a company discusses a merger or financial deal on Slack, that information is extremely confidential. If leaked, it can affect the stock value and company reputation. So encryption is not optional, it is necessary. Now, let us move into the technical detail. Slack uses AES 256 GCM encryption, which is one of the most secure encryption standard used today. First, let us understand AES 256. AES stands for Advanced Encryption Standard. 256 refers to the key size. A 256-bit key means extreme large number of possible key combination, making it almost impossible to track using brute force methods. Now let us move to the data in transit. TLS stands for Transport Layer Security. Unlike AES, TLS uses a asymmetric encryption. Asymmetric encryption is a public key used for encrypt the data. Private key is used for decrypt the data. It is also protect against the attacks like eavesdropping, interspection during transmission. So overall, Slack uses a hybrid encryption model. AES 256 is used for encryption stored data because it is fast and efficient. TLS 1.3 is used for secure communication because it provides safe key exchange. This combination includes strong security for every stage, both during storage and transmission. So, if any hacker tries to modify the data, even a small changes can be detected immediately. Now, let us understand how keys are managed in Slack. Slack uses three-layer key hierarchy, which helps in organization and securing encryption keys in a structured way. Let us go step by step. First layer, customer master key. It stores securely in AWS key management service. It is fully controlled by our organization, not Slack. Slack cannot access or use the key directly. And the second layer, data encryption key. The key is used for actually encrypt the data. The new DEK can be generated for each workspace or set of data. It is encrypted using customer market key. And the third layer is message or file data. This is the actual content like message, file, document. The data is encrypted using AES 256. Once encrypted, it becomes unreadable key without the key. The whole structure is called key wrapping. This creates a chain of protection. Why it is important? Because it reduces risk. Even if an attacker somehow gets access to one layer, this layered approach provides stronger security, better control, flexibility. That's why hierarchy is an important part of modern encryption system.
From this case study is that encryption and key management are no longer optional technical features. Unlike traditional SaaS models where providers fully control customer data, EKM shift control back to the organization itself. The system provides protection across all three major data states: data at rest, data in transit, and data in use. Data at rest is protected through AES 256 GCM encryption. Data in transit is secured using TLS 1.3 protocols, and data in use is protected through temporary in memory decryption and strict access auditing. Another major strength is instant key revocation. Organization can immediately lock access to sensitive data during emergency, insider threats, and compliance incidents. The use of FIPS 140 to certified AWS KMS infrastructure ensures strong hardware level security for encryption keys. Slack EKM is therefore highly suitable for industries with strict compliance requirements such as healthcare, banking, legal conference, government agency, and defense organization. From an AI perspective, EKM also supports safe and by controlling how enterprise data is accessed for AI model training and intelligent automation. Now let us look at the architecture diagram. And the process starts when a user send a message, upload a file, or share information inside Slack. Before the data is stored on Slack servers, it is encrypted using a data encryption key, also called a DEK. Slack uses the AES 256 GCM encryption algorithm for this purpose because it provides both confidentiality and integrity protection. AES 256 converts readable data into unreadable ciphertext using a 256-bit symmetric key. The GCM mode additionally ensures that if anyone tries to modify the encrypted data, the tampering can be detected immediately. Now, instead of storing the DEK directly, Slack protects it using another higher level encryption key called the customer master key or CMK. The CMK is stored securely in the organization owns AWS key management service account. An important security feature is that key is never permanently returned to disk during this process. It only exists temporarily in memory during the decryption operation. Every key operation, including encryption, decryption, and access request, is logged using AWS CloudTrail. This creates a detailed audit trail that organization can use for compliance monitoring. Now, let us critically analyze Slack Enterprise Key Management, starting with the strength. One of the biggest advantages customer controlled encryption. Unlike traditional SaaS platform where the service provider owns the encryption keys, Slack EKM allows organization to maintain full ownership of their keys through AWS KMS. Another important strength is the use of FIPS 142 complaint hardware security modules or SSMS. These are specialized tamper resistant hardware devices used to securely generate, store, and manage encryption keys. Even key usage request is recorded in AWS Cloud Trail logs. Organization can monitor who accessed which data, when the access occurred, and whether any suspicious activity took place. The instant revocation feature, however, despite this strengths, there are still some vulnerabilities and operational risk. One major concern is AWS account compromise. Since the master keys are stored in the customer's AWS account, attackers who gain privileged AWS access could potentially misuse the encryption keys. Another limitation is that the Slack EKM is not completely zero knowledge encryption. Now, let us understand how enterprise key management connect with the artificial intelligence, privacy, and modern data governance. Today, AI systems rely heavily on large-scale, real-world data for training. Enterprise collaboration platforms like Slack contain valuable information such as conversation, technical discussion, customer interaction, business strategies, and operational workflows. This makes collaboration platforms highly useful for training natural language processing models and enterprise AI assistant. However, using such sensitive organizational data introduce serious privacy, ethical and legal concerns. TKM organization can securely control which AI systems or pipelines are allowed to decrypt and process specific data. This becomes especially important as more companies integrate AI powered bots, virtual assistants, and tools like ChatGPT into Slack workplaces. For example, if an AI chatbot integrated into Slack become compromised, EKM helps limit the damage because the bot can only access the specific data. EKM acts as a bridge between AI innovation and enterprise privacy protection. It allows organizations to benefit from AI technologies while still maintaining stock control over sensitive communication data. Thank you everyone for your attention and participation throughout this presentation. In this presentation, we explored how Slack enterprise key management, strength, enterprise collaboration, security using advanced encryption technologies such as AES 256 GCM. Thank you once again. We are happy to answer any questions.